These pricks have failed me miserably.
Surrounded by pricks.
You stupid pricks!
Who are these pricks anyway?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the Prickast number 4, numero 4 for today with the host, GB. Hello.
Hi.
With Kane, or Kane Toad 44 FY.
The YouTube sensation with the world famous WTF Nuketown Zombies video. Everyone loves that video. Hello, hello.
With the glorious, sarcastic Yuji Odlong.
You're damn right.
And finally, the person that plays basically flip-flop all the times on the Prickast. One day comes, the other doesn't. Gaming you.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm like rattlesnake venom. You only need a tiny bit of me at tiny times and it's still very effective.
Yeah, we won the lottery finally. We got him because the last time he wasn't there. He's like, you need to pray to Mother Teresa so he can just assist to one of the podcasts. So there you go.
Isn't Mother Teresa dead?
Yeah, she is. I think she died in the 90s.
Good luck praying to her then. Jeez.
Well, I think she's a saint now, I believe.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I guess technically if you're Catholic, you can pray to her.
Oh, there you go.
But I think Mike
Jewish
got
guy.
tired of
So glad
Gonskian.
my mom is not listening to this podcast.
Yeah, that's for the best. But anyways, I guess Mike got tired of all the gonks being sent after him.
Yeah,
yeah.
I wanted to point that out. I thought it was a wheelie bin outside my door. It wasn't. It was Gonk Droid. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Me and Yuji send our regards, Mr. Jew-Man Gaming
Shove it up your butt.
person. Oh.
You could just repay us with a few pints. That'll do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're 1 month
sure
away,
it's
huh,
strong.
Mike?
Yep. 1 month away from probably simultaneously the greatest and worst day of my entire life. So that should be fun.
Wow.
I mean, it's
Good
the
man.
greatest because I'm marrying my missus. I get to meet Eugene and Kane. It's the worst because, for God's sake, I've got to walk around with Mr. Slowly all day.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah.
you picked that poison though. So
If he talks
that's-
about Caio Perico once, I'm getting airport security, shove him back on the plane and send him straight back to Windmill Land.
before we start, you gonna miss being single, Mr. Gaming Jew Man?
No, definitely not going to miss it. Not going to miss it at all, man. You know, it sounds cheesy and shit, but it really is like when you find the right one, when you find that one person, everything is just nothing else matters. Do you know what I mean? Nothing. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to be tied down for the rest of my entire life, or at least for as long as you'll have me without murderizing.
Oh
Lord.
God, wow.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. You know, that's the same feeling I got as well when mine it was like kind of more chaotic, but you know, there's the same feeling as well. That you feel that when you find that special someone, is like there is no coming back of that. And I just wish you success on your marriage and all that. That's pretty because I kind of says thank you, UK government. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
I know. Yeah. Can we just
Trying to have a party in Downing Street.
For those who are listening and don't realise what's going on, so Red was originally going to come to the wedding, but the UK government have basically said, "Give us all your money, or you're not coming to the country." So Red just thought, "No, fuck that. It's not worth it." But yeah, it would have been great to have you there, brother Red. But we will have a drink for you and probably drunk video call you at some point as well. So that might be.
Oh God.
Oh,
GB's already on the list to be drunk video called, so don't worry
I'm
about
changing
that.
my number.
Oh, God.
Me, Eugene, and Kane smashed out
What
of our
number?
heads. Oh,
I don't know what
GB,
you're talking
answer the
about.
phone.
I'm like, Jimmy, it's us, remember? Your best friend.
I wish Riley and I could make it as well, but unfortunately, just time constraints and kind of expensive to get on a plane and fly
is,
across
brother.
the pond. But I do wish you and Jess the best of luck, and I hope you all have a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah, nothing will go wrong.
No, of course not.
I hope.
Famous
I
last
Replace the word
words.
wrong with right, and then we're close.
Yeah.
I hope not. But
No,
let's get it started with our best friend Gaming Human, since he goes flip flopping. One day it says he does, on another who doesn't. So you start with your topic. Go on.
Okay.
Well, it's
All right.
actually a topic that we're all, pretty somber
yeah.
about because this news broke
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'll let Mike lead the charge on this one since he's probably the biggest Tommy Vercetti fan here.
Yeah.
As we are all aware, yesterday we all discovered that one of the finest, at least gangster film actors, and one of the finest voices of a generation in terms of GTA died, and that's of course the great prick himself, Ray Liotta, the voice of Tommy Vercetti. It's a very touching moment because for those of you who are fans of the podcast that we do, you will realize that the name prick is obviously an insult, and we originally came up with that idea because the group chat that we were all in, I named it Pricks because we are pricks essentially, but more so it came from Tommy Vercetti's overuse of the word prick in Vice City, and of course that is the wonderful Ray Liotta. So it is a very, very somber day. I mean, it's going to be sad no matter what, isn't it? If you're a fan of his movies, a fan of Tommy Vercetti, it's going to be a rough ride for most people, and my thoughts and prayers are definitely with his family and his loved ones right now.
Agreed.
Because it is quite a devastating loss, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the very first film I saw Ray Liotta in, and I think that's one that most people probably have, was his role in Goodfellas, along with Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro. What an amazing movie, and he's been in some other great movies and TV shows over the years. He's quite the legend, and his work will live on, fortunately, but Hollywood and the world has lost a shining star when it comes to Ray Liotta, because he was a very down-to-earth guy. He wasn't like these typical Hollywood stars. He was pretty straightforward, and yeah, he could come across as a prick sometime, but I think that's why a lot of people liked him.
Yeah, I think it's because he had that ability to be a prick, but you knew he wasn't just being a prick for the sake of being a prick. You just knew that he was a good guy and didn't really, he wasn't really too bothered about what he said or how he said it to people. He was an honest man.
Yeah, he wasn't an ass kisser either, and that was another thing I respected about him.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
He was a wonderful, wonderful man.
Yeah. And one thing that Riley brought up, that she had always enjoyed about him was, the part he played in COD Mob of the Dead as Billy Handsome.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm not obviously an expert of COD or COD Zombies, a lot of people love Mob of the Dead.
If you mind me getting into this, GB, that was actually how I actually found out about him. I knew Tommy Vercetti from Vice City, but I didn't know who voiced him at the time, right? Because I played Vice City when I was a kid, but I never knew who voiced him. And that, when I played Mob of the Dead back in 2013 on my PS3, that was the very first time I ever saw Ray Liotta's name, in a role, because there was some other, awesome actors in that map, Michael Madsen, Chaz Palminteri. I can't remember who was the other one that played the other character, but there was some really good actors in that map, and Ray Liotta was in my opinion, I think he was a very good character. I think him and Michael Madsen were the best characters in that map, and he was such a pure soul. That man was, And
Yeah, he was great.
I remember him. As well for funny enough also being in the Bee movie. I think he was in the court scene at one point. He was just going against the bees because he had a honey business or something, and the bees were like, "Hey, yo, why are you making us do honey and all that?" And he's like, YOLO, innit?
I find it difficult that he didn't swear during that whole. I mean, I bet there's outtakes there of him swearing because he almost had as bad a potty mouth as Joe Pesci did. You know what I mean? He's always calling somebody a prick or saying arsehole or shit or whatever.
There probably is bloopers out there.
Yeah, I reckon there's bloopers. These fucking bees.
These fucking bees trying to sue me for my honey.
I'm so fucking sick and tired of these fucking bees.
Not the bees. Fucking bees. I mean,
great films. Field of Dreams as well, Field of Dreams,
Field
man.
of Dreams.
Oh,
and,
Kevin
what
Costner.
else?
Yeah.
Hannibal was
Copland
a good one, right?
with Sly Stallone.
Yeah. And there's so many other great movies that was part
And he
of.
did Wild Hogs, but we won't talk about that.
Oh God.
Well,
No.
every actor has a bad movie or two.
Yeah, one or two. I mean, Ray did have one or two, but I think the fact that he was there kind of made it less bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was always a pleasure to see him on the screen, and God bless him. He had no right up until the end. He had no idea how much an influence his voice was on a generation of people. You know, I like I said before we started recording, I watched a little interview where he had no idea what Grand Theft Auto was, and he'd never even seen it or played it. All he did is turn up, record his lines, and leave it at that. But he still gets people asking him in the street to quote certain lines from Vice City, which is amazing. He's obviously spoken to a generation who didn't know who he was before. So I think he's affected a wide scope of people. His passing has affected a wide scope of people, young and old. So.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that anyone that first came across Tommy Vercetti's work, you know, Ray Liotta voicing him, were probably inspired to go and check out other content that he was part of, you know, his movies, TV shows. So it doesn't really matter, in my opinion, how you became a fan of Ray Liotta, whether it was GTA Vice City, Goodfellas, Copland, Mob of the Dead. The point is he was a phenomenal actor, and he touched the lives of so many people, and his work is going to live on long after he's gone.
And I may also just say that it's kind of saddened me a bit now because, you know, I had held hope that GTA 6, I know we shouldn't be talking about it, but I was hoping that it would be Vice City and there may be a Tommy Vercetti cameo. But I feel like that now, this happening has just completely ruined it. And if there is a Tommy Vercetti cameo, Rockstar better not even think about letting him talk with another voice. They better figure out something. I don't want a Claude Speed going on again. I don't want a silent Tommy Vercetti. So if he is going to make an appearance, or if, you know, it is in Vice City, it's all speculation.
Yeah, because we know absolutely nothing about GTA 6 or the next GTA, except for the fact that they're working on it, even though for some reason GameSpot always posting their article about it on Twitter. Like, hey guys, here's what we know about GTA 6. You know just as much as the rest of us.
Yeah, you literally don't know
journalists.
anything, morons.
It's one thing for creators to do this, but for like a gaming site to do it, wow. That's as low as they've gotten and desperate.
That's their way of saying it's journalism, isn't it?
I mean,
the journalism degree to good use. That's
anything for attention.
Yep.
I mean, they fell off hard, gaming journalists.
Yeah, but the best case scenario is it's set in Vice City, and maybe it involves Tommy Vercetti to some degree, and we can dare to dream that maybe if he was involved, maybe he already did his part, like recording. Oh. But that's an absolute best case scenario, which is most likely not true, unfortunately. Go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting, but there is an idea that I can think of, and it's something similar to what Insomniac Games did in Miles Morales when they did their memorial to Stan Lee when he passed away. They had a little Easter egg where there would be like a statue of, you know, Stan Lee, and they basically, you know, just said in memory of, you know, Stan Lee. So I could see them possibly doing the same thing with Ray Liotta, you know, but obviously they do a statue of dressed up as, like, you know, Tommy.
Yeah.
There was there is a cemetery in Vice City, or at least what is a dilapidated cemetery. It would be nice for them to have a gravestone saying, you know, here lies Tommy Vercetti, or here lies Ray Liotta even, and then, you know, maybe have the date he was born and the date he died. Because I think Ray was very close in age to actual Tommy Vercetti, like the character, you know? Yeah. So it wouldn't be too far out of the wheelhouse to assume that they would do something like that, because Tommy Vercetti was apparently born in 1951, I think.
54.
Ray Liotta was 54, was it?
Yeah, 54.
No, Tommy Vercetti was 51 and Ray Liotta was 54.
Okay, well,
that's what I'm saying. So they're really close. Yeah. So it would be nice for them to maybe just put a memorial stone in there, even if it's not going to involve him. Just do something to pay tribute. You know,
at the very least, that's what Rockstar should do. I mean, because I get it. Most of us know that there's a difference between the 3D universe and the HD universe of GTA, and sometimes things trickle over. So there's a very real possibility, you know, we may never see Tommy Vercetti again, but at the very least, Rockstar, give us some homage, respect, and some Easter eggs honoring Tommy Vercetti, like a tombstone, maybe like a memorial state, maybe name the stadium after Tommy Vercetti, or a building, or a street, like Vercetti Street or something.
To give Rockstar credit, when the voice actor of
Hagen.
I'm trying to think. The voice actor of Landon Rickens, when he passed away, they paid tribute to him in Red Dead Redemption 2.
They did.
So I can see him possibly doing the same thing for Ray Liotta.
It would be nice to rename the Hyman Stadium as Vercetti Stadium. I like that idea, GB. That's quite a nice idea.
And it would make sense because, you know, even if he's gone...
Tommy ran the town.
Yeah, even if he's long gone, you can still leave some sort of impact and influence that Tommy Vercetti had on Vice City.
Or maybe even just have that iconic Hawaiian shirt hung up on the wall of your first mansion that you buy or your first property or something. Have that framed Hawaiian shirt. That might be quite nice.
More Tommy Vercetti Easter eggs, the better.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, we could procrastinate all day about the Tommy Vercetti Easter eggs. It'd be marvelous. Please do something, Rockstar, for God's sake, please.
Hopefully they will. Now they did tweet their thoughts regarding Tommy Vercetti, aka Ray Liotta. So they did that. However, one thing I do want to bring up before we move on is within a few hours of tweeting about Ray Liotta's passing, Rockstar decided to tweet out their spring sale. And that was in very, very poor taste. And a lot of people were giving them some very bad backlash, rightfully so. It was obviously most likely a scheduled tweet, but they could have rescheduled it for Friday. But I just feel like the timing there, Rockstar, was piss poor. And it was an insult to Ray Liotta, Tommy Vercetti fans. And what's interesting is they'd already posted a previous newswire earlier in the day for Thursday's GTA event week. So did they really have to put 2 newswires up the same day? Because they didn't put anything out on Friday at the recording of the Prickcast. So once again, bad PR by Rockstar, but what else is new?
Yes, even if they put out the tribute, that's all well and good, and it then put out an event week like shortly thereafter, at least have some decency and wait at least 24 hours before you post your random bullshit.
Yeah, the sales could have started a day later. They could have been like, look, let's just reschedule it for the next day. It's okay to wait an extra day, but let's just allow this to breathe a little with the passing of Ray Liotta.
Yeah, they should just have that. It's respect doesn't cost a damn thing, does it?
Agreed.
Come on.
All right, so before we move on, one final big thank you to the prick himself, Ray Liotta. May you rest in peace wherever you end up. Hopefully we will see you in the next life. And thank you for all the awesome roles that you played over the years, from Henry Hill to Tommy Vercetti, Billy Handsome, and all those other roles that a lot of you probably remember him as.
Yep. Thoughts and prayers to his family and to his fans as well, from the movies or even by city. Like it's nice to know, like you just said, Yubi, that hey, you're someone that bring its work and share with the world pretty much. And hey, that's pretty much a nice thing to do. So, well, let's continue to another topic. So, who wants to start?
I would like to, if you don't mind, chaps.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have a short rant about the Commonwealth Games. So it's 2022, and obviously this is going to happen this year in Birmingham, of all places. God bless them. So yeah,
God bless them for doing it in fucking Birmingham.
Yeah. Imagine everyone going, "Oh, I've never seen any sport like this before." Christ.
Fucking hell. Birmingham used to be, fun and cool. They had the fucking Peaky Blinders down there. Now it's a bunch of fucking it's a shithole now.
It's like I think this year it's July or something. I don't know. July. It starts at the end of July, beginning of August. And for those of you who are listening of the American persuasion or anywhere else that isn't part of the empire, sorry, I mean Commonwealth. Basically, so the Commonwealth Games is when England goes against every other country in the Commonwealth, such as Malawi, Uganda, the Cook Islands, the Falkland Islands, the Faroe Islands, and obviously Australia and New Zealand. There you go, hamster. You're welcome. And the Maldives and shit like that. So it's essentially, I mean, I don't know about you chaps, but I don't even know where to find any of these fucking places on the globe. Never mind, be able to play sports against them or whatever. And I have to say, it's probably one of the most boring sporting events in history. How it's still going is beyond me. The same people who like watching the Commonwealth Games are the exact same kind of people who like beating their own kids at sport. Like, oh, Dad, I don't want to play football again. You'll fucking play football again, you little bastard, and I'll beat you. Those kind of people enjoy watching the Commonwealth. The sports that are there are shit as well. I'm sorry, this is a rant. But the sports that are there are shit. So first, the swimming, right? Swimming. swimming. Now, first of all, half of the countries involved in the Commonwealth Games are African, and they've never seen that much water in the same fucking place.
Not only that, a lot of the countries are landlocked as well, so
Yeah,
they
so
can't really get
gonna,
to a coast.
They're just going to be stood around absolutely in awe, like, oh my god, look at all this fucking water. And then before the gun goes off and everybody dives in there, they'll whip out a big straw and have it sucked fucking dry. There's no point. And then there's other, there's other sports like I've got a list of sports here. Diving. Diving is not a sport. It's the start of swimming. How else are you going to get in the water, you moron? You can't just call that a sport. That's
hold
stupid.
the fucking phone. That's one of the events.
Yes, diving. Diving is an event. That's
all
the
right,
sport of
you know
swimming.
what? Can we just go back in time and just get rid of the British Empire? Can we just do that? Because this is because if I knew, like, after the fucking empire was dissolved, that we'd be doing fucking games where we compete diving off of a fucking board.
Exactly, and it gets worse. I'm going through the list of sports, and it gets worse. I assure you. Lawn bowls is a Commonwealth sport. Fucking lawn bowls. Any sport where you have to go and beat your fucking grandparents is not a sport at all. I'm sorry. That's just stupid. Athletics. That's just regular sport with all the good bits taken out, so you can run or jump, but not both at the same time. That's
Sounds like a shit
stupid.
PE lesson, that does.
They do shooting as well, right? But the shooting is a dude stood 15 feet away from a stationary target shooting at it. That's not very impressive. If you were to get, I don't know, the Bloods or the Crips involved, that would be a skill. Because having to drive at the side of a car and shoot somebody who's also moving and begging for mercy is a lot more impressive than shooting a stationary target. So give those guys a gold medal instead of 20 years in prison, you know? And fucking, what else have we got? You know what you should do? I've just had a great idea. I've had a marvellous idea. Combine athletics with the shooting. So the runners are looked at by the guys with the rifles, and you'll see many world records there. Usain Bolt's world record would have been smashed 1,000,000 times over if there's a geezer with a shotgun behind you ready to do it.
Oh, God. You know, that would actually be really interesting.
It would, wouldn't it? Make me the chief of the Commonwealth.
You know what? Boom. I have an idea. Big brain idea, right? So you get, like, a very fast athletic, you know, dude. Like you mentioned Usain Bolt, for example, right? And, oh, shit, this actually won't work, because the person I was thinking of isn't British. Fuck.
Oh, yes, of course. It has to be British people beating everybody else.
Yeah, the guy I was thinking of was an American. It was Mr. Rittenhouse.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, I would have just gone all out and just invited South Africa along and got Mr. What's his name? What's his name? The gentleman with the legs who shot his girlfriend through a bathroom door. I know I said with the legs. What I mean is with the no legs. That's what I mean.
I can't remember.
The sprinter with a distinct lack of legs. Oh no, that's not even a joke as well. Like, he literally has no legs, but he's like he was a world-class sprinter. What was his name? Anyone?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
Oscar Pistorius.
From the fellow countries of Ireland, Colombia, and America, we don't know any idea.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't.
Right.
Yeah,
Go on, please.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this now. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that the Commonwealth Games is literally the worst idea for a sporting event. What you were doing is essentially, and let's be honest, the Commonwealth is just what's left of the British Empire. That's it. The people who have the Queen's head on their coins and money and stuff.
It's literally just, you know, what's left of the loyalists when it came to the Empire. They're like, hey, we'll still be loyal to you, but we don't want to be directly ruled by you.
Basically, yeah. So I mean, all the countries that are in the Commonwealth, with the exception of England, all the countries that are in the Commonwealth are the countries that England made guns, went over to and said, have you got guns? No? Well, now it's my country. That's basically what happened, and now it's the Commonwealth, and they've got the Queen's head on their money, things like that, and stamped. But it's an irrelevant sporting occasion. Don't go to it. Don't watch it on the telly. And the bloody BBC will literally cancel everything just so that you can see it. They'll shove it down your throat quicker than Jimmy. No, I'm not going there.
On that bombshell, instead of, you know, watching the Commonwealth Games, you know, to prevent the BBC forcing it down your throat, just fucking cancel your TV license for them. There you go.
Or you could tune into the Prickcast instead.
Exactly.
Because the Commonwealth Games date is the 28th of July to the 8th of August. So, I mean, even if we do a 2-hour Prickcast within that time, that'll be considerably more interesting than the entire event itself.
Just binge
So-
watch like the previous episodes as well.
There you go. Fuck,
Or
dude.
I've got a better idea.
What?
When it comes to the Commonwealth Games, call us. We'll commentate it.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes, let's do it.
we'd get in
Ladies
a
and
lot of
gentlemen.
trouble for the comments
Can you
we'd
imagine how
make.
good it would? Oh my god, we
Yeah,
could get
but think
Snake
of the
Fisher to
laughs we'll have.
commentate it, and it would still be more interesting.
I mean, like, I'm looking at the list right now. I think Canada's involved. India, Pakistan, I think they're going to be there as well.
Oh my god, Canada.
Well, India are going to scam their way to a gold medal. Oh, sorry, did
what
I say that out
else?
loud?
Papua New Guinea,
Dude,
Malaysia,
I'm still stunned that Canada is involved.
Australia,
They're really
New
the most
Zealand. We
politest
obviously know
people
that.
there, aren't they?
Yeah, it's literally just leftovers of the Empire and a bunch of
It is.
fucking islands that nobody knows where the fuck they are.
I know. I defy you to tell me where the Faroe Islands are on a globe. You can't. Nobody knows where it is.
Well, from the perspective of an outsider, so basically all these is like a mini Olympics from the UK, pretty much. Like you, and so because you mentioned Cook Islands, because they are from the UK, the Falklands and all that stuff.
It's
So pretty much it's like
mostly,
mini
like,
Olympics in that way.
Yeah, it's like an Olympics, but for countries that previously have been plundered and burned by Britain.
yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
now.
it's like, it wasn't enough that we raped and pillaged our way through your entire nation. We're now going to beat you at a list of shit sports just to add icing on the cake. That's basically it.
Yeah,
And that's like
us for
anything
it.
else? Like you mentioned diving. You mentioned
Yes, diving, lawn bowls.
No,
That
yeah,
is-
that thing.
Sprinting.
It's so shit.
There is not anything else. Like I don't know, football, anything like
No!
interesting.
There's not
No?
even any football.
That's the
It's
worst
not?
part. Like, there's no fucking football. That's the worst part.
There's
That would
no
actually
football,
be.
there's no racing,
That would be
driving.
interesting, you know,
There's
because
not
like,
even any bicycle riding, as far as I'm aware.
you know, Mike. I remember. I mean, you know, I've been watched a few years back. I'd watch like the World Cup and all that, you know, and see them. Whenever you see like, you know, some nations like, you know, South Africa in a game, right? They look fucking phenomenal as a football team, right? You
Yeah.
know, like, and what else? Like India, I think they're pretty good at football. I'm not sure. But you know, a lot of the Commonwealth, you know, nations are really good at football. So why don't they have that there?
It
That would
doesn't
actually
make
be an
sense.
interesting game. And
Oh.
and I think I've cracked the code. I am going full Alex Jones levels of conspiracy theories here, right? So I think the reason why football's not on the list is because England's shit at football.
Yeah, that's
That's
exactly
why.
what it is. That is exactly what. As far as I'm aware, the only sports that involve a ball are squash. Why?
Orange
Which
squash.
is just tennis in a shed for people who are shit at tennis. And then get this one, netball, which is just a bunch of fucking women moving in the same spot and then having heart attack. That's it. That's all netball is. It's basketball for midgets, basically.
Oh, okay, so it's not like yeah, it wasn't like okay, maybe it's volleyball, but no, okay, netball. I
No,
didn't
it's
knew that
netball.
existed.
It's literally just it's basketball for people who are vertically challenged. Oh, you're 5 foot nothing. That means you can play netball.
Okay, vertically challenged.
It's
Oh,
honestly, it's so stupid. The whole thing is a load of old trollop. That's what it is. It's a load of old shite. Oh wait, there is a little bit of bicycling apparently. There's a bit of bicycling, and then there's some gymnastics and some really shifty-looking stuff. And there's a javelin as well. There's a javelin event. So here's an idea for the Commonwealth Games leaders at the next one, whenever it is. Go ahead and get the javelin people and the shootists. Then put all the athletic people in front of them. And then put the swimmers in front of them. So what you'll get is people getting javelins thrown at them or shot, so they sprint as fast as they can and knock the person into the water so they don't have to say that diving is a legitimate sport. There you go. Done.
Oh, diving as a sport? Yeah, I knew that was a thing. Like,
But it isn't a sport.
yeah, like I took swimming classes and in the military and others, and there was like a diving training, but I didn't knew that was like something that was a sport, unless like that is like super deep diving
It's
that
so
I
stupid,
saw.
isn't it? No, it's
That I-
not. It's not like deep diving. You know, in a sea. It's literally a
Yeah.
pool. It's jumping into a pool head first, and that's it.
Well, that's yeah, it's like a different version of swimming, Olympic swimming and all that.
It's the start of swimming. How else do you get into the water when you do swimming? You dive in. So what they've done is they've gone, right, let's make this a sport as well. That's like taking basketball and the dribbling part, turning that into a sport.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Bounce it? Yeah, it's stupid. GB, what do you think of this? Is diving a sport?
I think that this topic is just about to make me fall asleep.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I tried my best to make it as comically impressive as possible. It clearly didn't
tried.
work. I should find a new job.
You tried, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we literally just got triggered. That's all we did, Like
I just got very cross, didn't I? That's what we did.
Well, it just sounds like a pathetic version of the Olympics.
I know.
It pretty much.
It pretty much is. It's just, powerful countries like, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada bullying the little guys. That's basically what it is.
It's literally not important in any other country either. I guarantee Hammond has no idea the Commonwealth Games exist. If you ask him, he'll go, "Oh, what's that? The new fucking Warzone update?" No, Hammond, it's a sporting event.
Okay. You mentioned that it was like also India, Pakistan, and Canada will be there. Though, like
they're part of the Commonwealth, so technically they'll be there.
You said that was like before they got independence. Why did you invade the United States? The United States are really good on
the
training,
United States technically.
Because no offense, GB, nobody wants America any.
And
besides, they don't need to be invited to turn up. Look at every war ever. They don't need to be invited. They'll just turn up. It doesn't matter.
If there's a war, America's there.
We didn't get the invite, but I'll come in anyway. You seen my gun?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry we're late.
But that was interesting. Yeah, you tried to make
it. Wasn't interesting. I failed on that. Just delete the whole segment. It's fine.
You can take your copycat of the Olympics to yourself. That's
I don't want it though. This is my whole run has been about. I don't want it. It needs to go away.
No,
you know what? You can take it in Ireland. Fuck it. You can have it.
Well,
no, thanks. Piss off.
Yeah, Ireland is independent, so they don't want that. Colombia never talks about that. United States doesn't give a fuck, as you mentioned. So enjoy the British people can enjoy your copycat.
Well, it's probably going to come to an end anyways, because once Queen Elizabeth II passes, who's going to really want Charles to be king? So I feel like the monarchy.
Nobody's going to want to have his giant fucking
Charles
ears
will probably just kill off the people that don't agree with him.
No one's going to want his big old ears on a coin. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it could be worse. We could have got Prince Philip. If he hadn't snuffed it, we would have had a Greek racialist as the fucking leader of the country. That would have.
Oh Lord.
Or you can have Jeffrey Epstein's best friend, Prince Andrew.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? At this stage, I'd take Andrew over Charles. Not even joking.
I think we should just abolish the monarchy. Personally.
Well, at this point, it's getting let's move on.
Yeah,
before
I think we're deviating from the main topics of the Prickcast. So before we end up dead like Jeffrey Epstein or whatever his name was, let's talk about Evil Dead, Kane.
Groovy, baby, groovy. Oh wait, no, that's the other guy who says groovy. It's groovy. Evil Dead. So the new Evil Dead game came out a few weeks ago, and I've been playing it on and off. I've been mostly playing it in my free time whenever I'm not, hanging out with these lovely individuals or streaming or whatever. And I've talked about this to one of my good friends, Relicane. Most people may know of him. Lovely bloke in the community. And I've told him, and I've told many other people, I've even told GB, it is an amazing game. Like, it takes the elements of what, Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th have in their games. Survive to win, and, do these objectives to survive and then get to the end goal and, escape. But in my opinion, I think this game perfected it, I feel like Friday the 13th laid the foundations. Dead by Daylight, improved on the formula. And Evil Dead basically just it kind of finalized it, in my opinion, and it has such a fun and replayable gameplay loop. Whether you're playing as the survivors, mine and everyone's favorite, the legendary Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams, or whether you're playing as one of the demons. Like when you play as a demon, it's so much fun because like it's lore friendly, and sometimes in the gameplay with the lore friendly elements, it actually can also affect the gameplay. Like most people know in the Evil Dead films, the demons, the Cardiac demons, they
Kandarian.
possess. Well, Kandarian, that's the same thing. They possess characters sometimes, right? And in the game, you can actually get possessed by a player who is the demon. So in that scenario, it can kind of mess with your gameplay because you're kind of like hoping that your friends will at least get your characters to snap out of it. But here's the thing: if you have like a really good setup and the demon is possessing you, that can also backfire on your teammates. So you basically have to think about what you're doing. You need to keep that fear level down, which is a mechanic I'm going to mention in a moment. You got to keep that down and hope that the demons don't possess you or make your character scared, which you're getting into the fear mechanic. This is what makes the game a lot different to like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. Now I know Dead by Daylight and I think Friday the 13th, like your controller starts vibrating the moment a killer comes towards you or Jason, right? But in this game, you really don't know where the main demon is, right? You have no idea. It will send its minions after you, but you have no idea where the main demon is at all times. They could be anywhere, right? They could be right behind you, But the more like fear that is on your fear level, the more at risk you are to being possessed or being fucked with by the demon that is, chasing all the players. And in my opinion, it makes a really interesting gameplay loop because you want to go get the pieces of the map and the dagger, and you want to just, defeat the demon and win the game. But you also got to keep an eye on that fear level to make sure that you don't get fucked around with by the demon. Because, trust me, this has happened. This has cost me many games whenever I'm playing with randoms, on Evil Dead. The problem is like often I'm playing with people that don't really look at their fear level. And they let their fear level get all the way to the top, and that's when they get possessed. The demon is killing us all because the guy that got possessed has a really good setup, like a shotgun or a saw gun, for example, right? And they just basically wreck us, And in my opinion, I find it so much fun. I've yet to play as a demon in the game. But when I do play as a demon, I assume it's similar to the gameplay mechanics of like a killer from like Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight. The main thing I know about it is the possessing category. That's one of the main things I know. But those are my kind of like first basic thoughts on the game so far and their mechanics. It's a pretty fun game in my opinion, and I do recommend anyone to get it. I mean, if you want to wait for it to go on sale, fair enough. But it's pretty fun. Plus, if you're an Evil Dead fan, it's it's even better because, it's Evil Dead. And not only that, our Lord and Savior Bruce Campbell is in the game, reprising his role as Ash. So that's another reason to get the game.
I love that Bruce Campbell's in the game. That would be the thing that makes me get it. Would be just hearing Bruce Campbell's voice once again.
Well, not only that, Mike, but it's cross-gen and cross-play.
Oh, nice.
So I think I already know what might be happening soon.
Definitely. I'm gonna get hold of a copy of that. Actually, I really do want to play it.
It's really good. Like, trust me, I really love it. It's such a fun game, and it's really replayable. It makes you actually have to think. You have to be very careful with what you do.
Yeah.
And it whenever you win the game, you feel like you've done it. You feel rewarded. Like you feel like the shit. And that's what I like about it. It has a really good gameplay loop, and it's very replayable. And plus, you can unlock all sorts of characters from the Evil Dead films. So if you want to get a better character, like a better, support team or a better leader, character, you could do some of the single player missions to unlock them. Like that's how I actually unlocked the leader version of Ash, just so I could, get him as the leader, role. Because obviously, different roles are, for different characters, but Ash has he's in all the roles. It's just, it's just different, like the way he plays in them because obviously of how he is in each film. Like I think his weakest role is like his one from the first film, you know, because obviously he's an experienced N. I think his best version to use is his role from is like his leader role for you know from Ash versus Evil Dead. At least in my opinion, from what I found from the gameplay.
Nice. It does sound interesting. I'm definitely gonna look into it some more and have a look at some potential gameplay, and then I think I probably would be a game. Just off what you've said, anyway, it sounds like an incredibly interesting game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I absolutely
more so than
recommend it.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, Dead
Kinda
by
boring.
Daylight is just a snore fest. Friday the 13th had potential, but then it just can't get content anymore because
Yep.
obviously that lawsuit issue. I know GB did some streams on Friday the 13th and some vids on it.
Yeah, I
Like-
did both, and I played with. I made some friends actually by playing Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th, and they're both good in their own way. And like you said regarding the lawsuit, when it came to whoever owned the rights between, I think, the lead writer and the director of the first film, I think they ended up splitting it in half at the end of the day. But unfortunately, as a result, the Friday the 13th video game ended up suffering because they could no longer make new content for the Friday the 13th video game, and that's why it ended up dying. And they had plans for future Jasons, future maps, future content packs for survivors. That really sucked because it was a fun game. It had a lot of issues and flaws, but IllFonic obviously put a lot of love and attention to detail into the world of Friday the 13th, the game, plus the score. And Dead by Daylight, I've enjoyed Dead by Daylight over the years. They've added a lot of killers, a lot of survivors, a lot of maps. Some of them non-licensed, some of them licensed. They even have Ash in there as well, once again voiced by Bruce Campbell. But the problem with Dead by Daylight is repetition. It gets old after a while. And even though there's hardcore Dead by Daylight fans out there and casual fans that keep coming back to it, myself and a few others that used to play Dead by Daylight, we just don't touch it anymore because they haven't added a new killer or a new survivor that really interests any of us enough to go back and go work on the gens and try and get out of the map. And maybe one day I'll go back to Dead by Daylight. But as an Evil Dead fan from the very beginning, Sam Raimi, amazing, along with Bruce Campbell and everyone else involved. And I do love the world that they've crafted. And you've spoken very highly about Evil Dead. A few others have as well. And I love the Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead series. And I love that they've added some characters from the series into the game as playable characters. That also is awesome. And the reviews for Evil Dead, the game, have been very good so far compared to Friday the 13th, the game at launch. And I think even Dead by Daylight at launch had some negative reviews, but behavior was able to improve upon their gameplay and whatnot. But so far, Evil Dead, the game, is off to a very phenomenal start. And I think they've sold, over 500,000 copies at least now?
I believe so. And that's amazing, especially because I believe that the devs behind the Evil Dead game, I believe they're indie, I think.
Yeah, they're not even AAA.
Yeah, and like the game, I believe, is only like $30 at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the cheapest one I could find. So I honestly recommend it. Unlike most horror games, it's actually, for me at least, it's replayable. Like, I know the idea of getting this map and the dagger is kind of going down the path of Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. But for me, I like it mainly because obviously it has a different gameplay loop to them, because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know whether you're going to get possessed or you're going to make it out alive. Because you have to think outside the box when playing. And that's what I like. That's what I like about the game.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that Saber's off to a very good start, because they can take what they've built from launch and improve upon it and add to it with more maps, more characters, more survivors, more demons, and dig deeper and deeper into the lore of Evil Dead, because it's not just the movies or the TV series. It's also, I think, the comics as well. I think there's some Evil Dead comics out there and perhaps even some novels. And obviously you could just take their own creative liberties going forward and add new characters and new demons as well. And Lucy Lawless, I don't know if her character Ruby from Ash vs. Evil Dead is ever going to be added, but there's another survivor/demon. You could play her as a survivor or a demon. So, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity and possibility when it comes to the future of the Evil Dead game, and it's off to a really good start.
Absolutely. I mean, at the moment, there's only 3 demons. There's only Warlord, Puppeteer, and the Necromancer. But I mean, I have a feeling. I think maybe after the post-launch content that'll probably drop soon, because I do know Saber have said that they are planning on adding more content. I do think we're gonna get more demons and possibly more survivors as well. So I have faith. I have faith.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking it up. I keep meaning to pick it up, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I'm absolutely going to hop in Evil Dead. I mean, for $30, it's definitely a good deal because you have a lot of games that are coming out $70, and a lot of them end up being disasters at launch. So
yeah,
$30 is a bargain by comparison, especially if you're into the survival horror genre.
Yeah, I do like how Evil Dead looks. I'm going to be the first to admit I've never been a fan of it, but I hope that it gives Dead by Daylight a run for its money.
I think it will. I think it will, mainly just because, for me at least, like I said earlier on, Friday the 13th laid the foundations for these modern day multiplayer survival horror games. Dead by Daylight added a few extra layers into it, but it didn't master it. I think Evil Dead, it completed the the main course. It completed the meal, and to quote the tagline of this game, it's the ultimate Evil Dead multiplayer experience, and it's groovy. I know.
That. I like that.
Yeah, that's actually nice.
Hey, I gotta reference my boy, Mr. Bruce Campbell's Ash Williams somehow. I gotta do that somehow.
Why not?
Brilliant.
And you can enjoy your horror game. Good for you. I never understand them, but for everyone has its own little, liking or whatever. So let's continue now to Call of Duty. I know many people here enjoy it, ironically or not ironically. I have present here someone that got ratioed by Activision by banning his account by no reason at all. But let's continue with Modern Warfare, the new game that is gonna be released. I saw that they brought back the old characters. Captain Price, Ghost, Roach, and a few others. I must say, it looks interesting. I'm not gonna open my legs when the fucking trailer drops and drop $70 on it. I'm not that stupid, but I'm just saying, looks interesting, and it looks like it kind of brings those vibes of an actual decent story Call of Duty. I don't know. What do you think, guys?
I think it looks pretty decent from I've seen the promotional video, and I have seen a little bit of gameplay, and I think it looks pretty decent. This is what COD, in my opinion, or Activision, Infinity Ward, this is what they should be doing really, is focusing on the story-driven games. As much as I love Warzone, I don't think they should be putting so much effort into doing fuck all on it. I mean, there's nothing that you can pull out from Warzone that has literally been that impressive since they took Verdansk away. So having them focus all of their attention and time on a brand new game, well, I mean, I don't want to say I'm excited, but my bumhole is fizzing tightly.
Preach. God bless. Those are the words. Fuck multiplayer. Embrace the story mode, motherfuckers. I'm done with 20 years of having the most toxic bastards out there. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and now next gen, baby. The same motherfucker saying, "I fucked your mom." Yeah, that keep on in Call of Duty.
The Modern Warfare 2 days.
You know when people used to say that to me, though? I'd say good luck, mate, because my mum's an ugly twat.
I mean, if you think about it, boys, now that you mentioned the Modern Warfare 2 days, UG, they might be revived now because of Modern Warfare 2 2022. So, you've literally predicted the future, man.
Oh, great. Now I get to listen to headsets from Wish again. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is, at least when it was that in those moments, so he was like, "Oh, my you live, I live between your walls. And now he's, I know where you live, I know where you live between your walls. He's the same asshole, but now he's older, so...
Yeah, it's the
so
same
it-
arsehole, but that arsehole has now got a kid who's trash talking you as well.
So now
Same
he
asshole
needs-
whose balls have officially dropped.
Yes, exactly. Good, well done.
It's the
Owen,
same
but-
arsehole, but he's now
Thank
got
you.
a child himself that he's teaching to trash talk everybody else. So when I was a kid, son, we used to say that we worked for Microsoft or our dad was Bill Gates. Try
Oh,
that.
yeah, I remember those days.
Parenting 101.
These days, it's going to be my dad's Elon Musk and he runs Tesla. Sorry, Elax.
Jesus Christ. Okay. But yeah, going back to the thing, yeah, I totally support the idea of, more focused, story-driven Call of Duty. And like I know, like I we have on GB a Call of Duty chat. I know there are many people that disagree, that it's like, oh yeah, Cold War is decent. For me, it's like, meh. Well, at least makes the Americans look like ass, but and makes communism like the best choice to end the game. But for me, it's like, it's like they're not up there in terms of story. 2019, what I liked is more of the feeling that is kind of more tactical, not like Rainbow Six, but it's like more focused on kind of more, how to say it, like more feet on the ground, kind of do it in that way.
Sorry for
Yeah, there was
interrupting, Red and Mike, but now you mentioned the COD chat in GB's server. This reminds me of the time a certain someone made an entire, like, fucking Bible page paragraph about why he hated Modern Warfare 2019. And then a few seconds later, he's like, Vanguard better! Vanguard cool! Vanguard amazing!
Oh,
Like...
right. Vanguard,
Wow, someone actually exists who said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Vanguard.
I don't know who you are, but I hope your testicles drop off into a boiling vat of fat.
In my case, Vanguard, it was like the culmination of how mediocre that the Call of Duty can be. Like, it's so, like, I saw the promotional videos when Vanguard was released back then, and it was like, oh, we need to create a character that is memorable. And I was thinking when she said that, it was like, what about Captain Price? What about Roach? What about Ghost? What about all these characters? So they are from another era if you count PlayStation 3 and all that stuff. But they are memorable. If you think of Call of Duty and if you're like old, it's like, oh yeah, it's from those characters from this game. I don't know why they wanted to create something new and is more kind of more focused on how is nowadays people, and like that is more more focused on the social structures of nowadays. But I don't know. But I hope that this new one that brings the new these really memorable characters, and God bless if it's a really good story mode is right there. I play Call of Duty just for the story. I don't give a fuck about multiplayer. Multiplayer can die in my opinion, but yeah, that's all. Like, I hope it's good, and the story is really good, and even the new character that is the Mexican, even if it mixes well with all these memorable characters, hey, maybe it's that new character that woman, that developer wanted to introduce. I don't know, or like, hey, it's more than welcome, and hey, it's a Latino, so I'm more than welcome in my case.
Well, so
I kind of agree with you on that, Red, because most of the times when I play Call of Duty, I love playing like the campaign modes in all the Call of Duty games. And for me, just the multiplayer, it just feels like the same rehash shit every year.
Yeah.
It
Like-
literally is. At least for Vanguard's case, it literally was the most lazy example of how it literally is the same shit. Like, at least with Cold War, they at least tried to do something a little different. They used a previous engine and not the Modern Warfare engine. They used the Black Ops 4 engine, which I mean, it was outdated compared to the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, but hey, it was nice to go back on a different, feel if you enjoyed that kind of, version of COD. But for Vanguard, it was like a fucking toilet, when you went there. It's like, hold on, this is the Modern Warfare 2019 engine. That's fucking wank, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'll admit, I'm a little biased because I fucking hate Activision after what they did to me back in August of 2021, falsely banning me. They basically falsely banned my account over bullshit reasons. They claimed I was using shit like Cronus and all that, and it was all bollocks, right? It was all fabricated bollocks that they did. But even before then, I was like, guys, it's just gonna be Modern Warfare 2019, but in World War II. And my expectations were low, but holy shit! So I have a little faith in Modern Warfare 2, but that's only for the campaign, like most people, because the campaign for Modern Warfare 2019 was, what? It was all right. It was alright. I personally, prefer the original Modern Warfare series, but I thought it was a good start for the reboot. I like the new guy that was voicing Price. I don't think he was as good as the original voice actor, but it was nice, they gave someone else a chance, to see if they were good at Price. And I kind of like the new version, making him a little bit more dark and gritty,
Yeah, like if you see, like there is like basically they are like they are the same they're the old characters, but they have like these new that is basically a new generation. If Ghost looks more human when you when you compare Ghost back then, it was like it's because the graphics were not the best, but it kind of but nowadays it's like more kind of grounded, more human in some way, because back then it was human, I know, but it wasn't like it kind of looked like not cartoonish, but kind of more like sci-fi in some way.
Yeah, I think Ghost looked kind of scary back in the day. I'm not going to lie. I think he looked quite horrid. Like like there was quite a haunting look about him. But now I think he looks silly now. He's a grown man who wears a skull mask. Fuck off.
It's more realistic. That's what you find in someone in the war. Like,
I want to know if they're going to get the original Ghost to do the voice. That's what I want to know.
The one thing that kind of annoyed me was there's one thing that annoyed me about the whole Ghost thing in Modern Warfare 2 is most people might know about what I might be about to refer, but the newer voice actor for Ghost was actually fired from Warzone and Modern Warfare 2019 after, obviously, when he was streaming on Twitch, he made some very funny comments about e-girls, and Activision's like, oh, no, we can't be having that. Only we're allowed to be mean to the women, not you, Mr. Jeff Leach. How dare you? So they basically axed him from the role as Ghost, and they got somebody else to voice him, which, I mean, I hope the guy does a good job. But, I mean, holy shit. Come on, Activision.
Yeah, I like that Activision politics, I call them. They preach to the customers to, behave well, and also to their workers that it's like, you should behave well, you should do this. Don't be misogynistic, don't be racist. I'm like, it's cool. I support that. But at the same time, you have a higher ups that are more fucking rotten than anything else. They don't give a fuck about anyone else, so I don't understand this double-edged sword that they are handling. But that's a funny part of it, that they just decided to basically cancel the OG Ghost, but at the same time they are just have really horrid practices. But that's the world we live in.
Yep, it's sad. It's like Activision are just acting like their shit doesn't stink, whilst simultaneously smearing their own shit all over their faces. They're stupid. Absolutely.
Pretty much.
I just hope Microsoft just puts a stop on this, and and actually.
I mean, I think Bobby's gonna be gone after the deal's done. Like, they're getting rid of that fat cunt. So thank the Lord.
No.
Fucking Lord.
And he's not the CEO, like it's more of a complete restructure of that brand, like at least just whatever practices go if they get sorted out, go ahead. But as the just focus on of Activision, make a really good Call of Duty that basically, that is good in multiplayer, even if I hate it, but people like it, so I hope they have a good time. Is a good story mode, or keep it balanced in that way. But and also keep the Warzone. Yes, it's Call of Duty, but keep it in a separate way. I agree with Mike in that one. Keep Warzone as a different fucking entity. Just put two studios out there that they don't have anything, that they just focus on Warzone, and that's it. Yeah, you can put certain cherries on that are mentioned of Call of Duty 2022 or whatever, but that's it. Make it its own animal, not dependent to something else, and all that. It's because I feel that, and I was reading a lot of comments. It's because of Vanguard basically broke Warzone. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the
it
side
did.
there with the Cold War integration, but they at least somehow fixed the problems there. The second the Vanguard shit happened, the game just fucking broke, which is funny. Everyone turned to the Vanguard guns just because they had 10 attachments compared to the 5 on Cold War guns and Modern Warfare guns.
Exactly. Make it its own animal. And maybe
Yeah.
you can branch it out to, more platforms, or even mobile if it's possible. But that's the whole thing. And yes, I still support the idea of police Activision. Give us a new Crash. There is a lot of more fucking IPs out there that deserve love. That you decide to kill because I know Call of Duty is the big cow on your room, but people like some other games. Not all needs to be shooty, gunny, and toxic people. It could be something, something more, something better. You have better IPs out there. So, but that's all I have to ask. I don't know about you guys. What do you think about it?
I think you pretty much said everything I was thinking, Red. To be honest, I think honestly, I'm just hoping that it will be a story-driven game. And that's it, really. That's all we can hope for. I'm not expecting great things, but if I'm, pleasantly surprised, then that'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I want in Warzone is for them to bring back Verdansk.
Yeah, that's all I want as well, to be honest with you.
It does make me laugh now that we're kind of talking about it. When Caldera first came out, everyone was praising, how great the map was. In less than a week, they decide to do a complete 180 and just say, we want Verdansk back.
That's the player-based COD, though. They're very
we
fickle.
call that the COD cycle we do. One minute they love the game, the next second they hate the game, and then, a few years later, after they're done hating the game, they're like, Vanguard wasn't that bad, And then, while they're hating on the new COD, let's say the COD cycle's going on, they're hating Modern Warfare, 2022. Like, hey guys, welcome to a video. You should buy G Fuel, use my code. I just had a revelation today while I was talking to my other Activision Shields friends. We just had a realization with all our friends in the California, elites houses. We just had a revelation. Vanguard wasn't that bad. I know, it's crazy. Vanguard was such a great game. It was innovative. It had a great campaign. It had a great zombies mode. Even, fuck the round-based maps that came out in there. We loved Duran Fang and Terra Maledictus, the outbreak objective modes. We loved the multiplayer being unbalanced as hell. It's such a great game, guys. Better than Modern Warfare 2. Absolutely.
Dude, that was such a spot-on
Ali impression.
You're welcome. Moral of the story, fuck every COD YouTuber out there. You're a bunch of Activision shills and you fucking know.
Jesus Christ. But, yeah, again, I'm talking about Warzone, I played a few times here and there. And yes, I agree, Caldera is melting hot shit. I think I just don't like it. I played a few times. It's 2 on Verdansk, but it felt really. It felt better than this hot, steamy pile of garbage that is Caldera. I don't know. I just don't like it. at all. Like, yeah, there someone out there is like, oh yeah, but there is some places here and there. It's because get good. I don't give a fuck. And the thing is, it just I don't like this. So I don't know if it's not chaotic. It's that you just land there and it's like, ugh, why? I just want get. It's like you feel uncomfortable, you know. That's why I just kind of stopped playing Warzone. It's like it's not that I don't know. Calder is just fucking shit. And please stop with Godzilla and King Kong. I don't give a fuck about that. Yes, that's nice, but stop. You're not Fortnite. Stop.
At least with Fortnite, it doesn't have to make sense because the game doesn't make sense. You know. Like,
Yeah, but at least you get
sure.
some kind of enjoyment out of that.
Exactly. With you know, the like King Kong and Godzilla thing, it's literally just the lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man and fucking Harambe coming back from the dead, and they're just beating each other up. Monkey's like, "Ooh, monkey," and then the lizard's like, "Well, I'm gonna turn everyone into lizards. I'm gonna turn everyone into lizards." That's literally the whole fucking event.
I do remember when Mike was actually streaming that when Godzilla and King Kong were out, and I saw King Kong, and I was so tempted to put down a comment. Why does Godzilla look like a retarded paper mache?
Yeah, I don't like the textures as well. They are like made of like they are like plasticky in some way. You saw
Yeah, it
them and
doesn't
it's like
look
they're
great,
like
does it?
plasticky. Yeah, like
You
I don't
know they're going to
like,
make action figures out of that.
And if someone out of there is like, oh, it's because he plays on a PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 5, it looks great, motherfucker. Is they fucking
It's the same
Warzone doesn't
fucking
have
game.
a PlayStation 5 remaster, so fuck off. It still looks like ass. I don't know, it's because he doesn't have a good internet. I don't care. It still looks plasticky and cheap. It's like at least if you're gonna introduce a new mode, put some care on it. Not just don't go and put some plastic bullshit out there. It's like, oh yeah, rush this on 3 hours. Yeah, go and package it and just release it on the update. It's like no, it's not, I don't know. Like it's I don't want to go and put my blood pressure into fucking Dubai Tower levels of high, but. Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes. So, I don't know. That fucking Warzone is a train wreck on coming by. Closing this topic of Call of Duty, it was kind of fun. So go ahead, Yuji. What do you want to talk about?
Hold on, before I start talking about this game, I need a stiff drink.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's gonna be good.
Right, so over the last week or two, I've been playing a game called Elden Ring, which was made by the company From Software that gave us the Dark Souls franchise, Bloodborne, Neo, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. So for me as a Souls fan, I was kind of looking forward to kind of playing this game because now it's basically a Souls game in an open world. So when it eventually dropped, it got great reviews, but of course the PC version was criticized at launch for having performance issues. Gee, what a fucking surprise. And when it comes to the sales, Elden Ring sold 12 million copies worldwide within 17 days, surpassing Dark Souls 3 for the fastest selling Bandai Namco game of all time. It even surpassed Vanguard in the first 12 months. So there's another shot at Call of Duty. You know, I had to get my Call of Duty shot in, but anyways. So I've been playing it, like I said, for the past 2 weeks, and I'm enjoying it. The bosses, even though they're difficult, they're challenging, but you'll always get you kind of feel some kind of accomplishment when you beat them. You might die a couple of times, but then once you beat them, you feel a sense of accomplishment. For me, when I started the game, you can start off as a different set of characters. I'll give you the one that I started off with, which is a prisoner, which is good for melee combat up close, but you also kind of have a skill art where you can keep opponents at a distance. And I have spent, I'd say, about 150 hours on that character. I have finished the game, but of course, with me, when it comes to Souls games, I am a glutton for punishment. And I heard that there is a optional boss in the game. One of my friends told me about it, so I just said to myself, all right, no, we'll go check this out. And her name is Elenia. So I go through, you get a cutscene, and even before the cutscene is over, she's already attacking you. Like, she's super aggressive. So with most bosses in those games, after a while, after you've died 500,000 times, you finally get to understand their pattern. So I'm able to kind of understand her pattern, but at the same time, she still kicks the living shit out of me. Trying not to rant here, but I probably will. So, long story short, I'm going to be completely honest, especially with you folks here. I was up till 4 in the morning trying to beat that woman. And I still haven't done it yet.
Oh, wow.
Think of it this way. I know most of you guys haven't played a Souls game. I know GB, he played Bloodborne at one point. I remember that. So
It was a fun stream, wasn't it, GB?
So take all of the most difficult bosses in every Souls game, mold them into one, and you get that bitch.
Oh.
4 in the morning, still couldn't beat her, so I just thought to myself, fuck this, I'm just going to go to bed and try again tomorrow. I get up, and I spend another 2 or 3 hours trying to beat her, and I eventually beat her, and I was thinking to myself, okay, now I can relax. No, she had a second phase. Only this time, she's known as the Goddess of Rot, and you thought she was a bitch before, now she's a bitch, only 10 times worse. And she can kill you in one fucking hit.
Well, yeah, I into that, but
yeah,
it's you expect it because it's a Souls game, and Souls games are designed to basically be challenging, or in other cases, to tear you apart. Because Sekiro is the same, all the Dark Souls, of course, and all the the developers are well known to make those challenging games. But I saw a few people that they just. I love the controversy of that game. I absolutely, Elden Ring has basically woke up that interest on drama that I never had. Like all these, I don't know who is this guy. Quantum TV. It's like, oh yeah, I don't like Elden Ring because it's too hard.
Don't mention that.
And he goes
we're in trouble.
Basically abuse anyone. I don't give a fuck. He can sue my ass. I don't give a go. He can go and I don't know, whatever. But the thing is, it's like I don't know why people is so he goes loco for it's because there is no easy mode. Like he's an Elder Ring.
I'm going to rant about that in a second.
It's so stupid. Just go ahead, please.
So, yeah, I've heard this from so many people that I don't know whether they complain about it or not, that they want an easy mode in a Souls game. No, fuck off. If you put an easy mode into a Souls game, that's pretty much just going to kill the franchise. It's going to take away what makes the Souls games what they are. And that's not too difficult, but they're challenging at the same time. If you basically give them an easy mode, it's basically going to turn a Souls game into Ubisoft, where it basically just holds your hand throughout the entire game.
This is true. And I also may point out that Ubisoft, Mr. Slowly had a terrible amount of trouble with Ubisoft, didn't he? So that should put into perspective what it would be like if that man was to play Elden Ring.
I want him to play Elden Ring.
I want him to play it so badly.
Extreme Elden Ring. I'll donate if I have to.
I want to kill him. Do you want to have him have a heart attack?
I got a plan, boys. I got a plan. So,
right,
we're at the wedding, alright? We're going to buy him a copy of Elden Ring. That's what we're going to do, Mike and UG. We're gonna give
I'll
him a
chip in.
copy of Elden Ring.
We're gonna make him stream it while he's here.
Yes.
And
He
call
said
an
he wanted to
ambulance.
stream. He said he wanted to stream while he was here, and he's going to bring his console. So why don't you stream a nice copy of Elden Ring, Mr. Slowly, and we'll all sit in the background laughing.
Yeah.
You're gonna,
Nope.
You just call just call an ambulance. You know, you don't
Yeah.
want to have
One of us have an
Guys,
ambulance on speed dial.
This game is and it just goes down on the end. I prefer,
can't beat this fucking bush.
And later on, you just don't feel anything. And it's like, Mr. Soldi, oh fuck, he's having a heart attack.
Dick.
It's no better. Just
Call an ambulance.
so yeah.
So what happened to him? He was playing Elden Ring. See, we've had a few of those in this week.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
But yeah, like back to like what I was saying, I still haven't beaten that boss, but there's just I don't know, there's just one part of me that is so determined to do it. And I've seen this on YouTube where people will throw up videos like, "Oh, here's an easy way to beat her." No, I don't want to do it that way. You can use your mimic ability all you want, and if you want to cheese the boss, that's entirely up to you. I want to beat that boss through my own build and my own skill. You can keep your mimic bullshit to yourself.
Okay. But I heard that like that game actually lived to the expectations, and the expectations of Elden Ring were really fucking high.
Yeah.
Like I need to give credit where credit's due. You know, that game.
Yeah.
Like you see games like well, as we talked, Call of Duties or AAA games like Need for Speeds and all that shit. They just have like a super. They put themselves in this fucking really high bar. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna deliver everything, but they never just deliver a really hot steam pile of garbage. That is like, yeah, fuck this, and but they go, oh yeah, we're gonna solve this in the pure No Man's Sky way. Yeah, we're gonna take 2-3 years to fix this thing. I was like, yeah, sure, but you said on the release that it's gonna be this game. But it's gonna take you more time to deliver what you gonna deliver on the release. And hey, Elden Ring actually delivered on that on first day. Yeah, the PC port was ass, but that's it.
Yeah.
The game was actually really good. It's functional, it's challenging as well.
Because I do remember like when you first start off the game, you start off like underground in some dungeon or whatever, and then once you get through all that, you just open like a set of doors, and you're just basically looking out at the open world. And I just kind of sat back and just went, "Wow, this looks amazing," and it was.
Dude, it's like Halo Infinite when I play it. When you go and go outside of the ring, dude, when he just goes Master Chief and just shows this beautiful world, it's just a great feeling.
Yeah.
And like, but it's Elden Ring, yeah, I love the drama of it. I think I'm a big fan of it.
I just like watching the rage videos of just people like destroying their setup just because they can't beat one boss in the game. I just find that entertaining.
I find it ridiculous. You would waste all that money,
but it's funny though,
and then destroy it.
Yeah,
I mean it is funny, but you just think people have got more money than sense, haven't they?
Yeah, okay, I can admit, like playing like a Souls game, it can be frustrating. But what is the point in punching a hole through a wall just because you made one fuck up?
Yep. Well said. Well said. I'm not the same. I don't understand. Like, if you've bought that game. You have bought that game for the purpose of finding a game very difficult to play. Don't then get angry because you've shot yourself in the foot, essentially. You bought that game because you knew it was going to be hard, and now you're getting mad because it's exactly what you asked for.
And that was exactly like my thought, Mike, when I actually bought it. I knew this game was going to be challenging. I know this was going to like pretty much just test my skill, but fuck it, I'm a fan of the Souls franchise, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, that's the whole point when you buy into the Souls franchise. You're buying a game that's difficult.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
As I said, I'm a big fan of Elden Ring drama behind gaming you rage.
No.
Gaming view rage is my second favorite topic on YouTube.
I don't rage. I don't. It doesn't
I
happen.
thought it was the Snake Freezer rage. I thought that's
there
the
are
best rage.
there are times when I get slightly cross.
Yeah, but I know
Slightly
a few-
cross.
Yeah, slightly cross. I remember one time we played together, and it's like this guy just kills you. It's like, fuck that! I just heard the fucking controller go to oblivion. It's like, oh my god!
Oh yeah.
It's happened once or twice. I shall concede, chaps. Let's not get bogged down.
This is how you know when Mike's about to get super mad. Guys, I'm down. Revive me, and he's dead. Just a slight second of quiet silence, and just boom, there goes the rage.
Yeah, it's not like you gonna destroy something, because you care about your things, but it's not. It's more of it's the silence first, as Yuji said, but later on is your face of you. This motherfucker.
It's the calm before the storm, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It's just like.
Does anyone else notice right when Mike is at the peak of get mad, his eyes widen even wider?
Yeah, he says to start combining with the hair. It's like, oh, he's gonna try to do his.
It's happened
Well,
once
Mike
or
becomes
twice,
an exorcist when he gets pissed off.
Yeah, he goes full Amityville on that one. He's like, oh shit, he got possessed by, I don't know, fucking Bobby Kotick or whatever.
I have been
Somebody
known to get
calm him
slightly
down.
cross, yes. I've been known to get slightly cross.
Okay, we'll just go with slightly crossed then. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on. So, what is the next topic?
The next topic is the top 5 games. So, this is a question that we had submitted, I believe, by Kari for Prickast 3 in the Prickmail. So, shout out to Kari for this one. But yeah, so we're going to go through the comment section, and thanks to everyone that has submitted your top 5. And once we go over everyone's in the comment section, then each of us will give you our top 5 and honorable mentions. And my list of honorable mentions is quite long, but I'll rush through them. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. First off, let's go with Kari. 5 of my faves in no particular order. Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo, Streets of Rage 2 on the Genesis, Ace Combat 5 Unsung War on PS2, nice. Castlevania Bloodline on the Genesis, Yakuza Like a Dragon on the PS4, good list there, Kari. And Snake, we said 5.
Oh boy.
How many?
Oh,
There's
God.
way more than 5 here, Snake. What are you doing?
I did
Snake, we asked for top 5 favorite games, not top 5 of every fucking genre.
Yeah, that's like 15, 20 games.
Calm the
my-
fuck down, Snake.
I'm surprised he didn't include his top 5 beard creams.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
swear.
Will do.
But since we love Mr. Slow, I'm going to go very fast through his several top 5s just to get him out of the way. Next time 5, when we mean top 5, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and do 5, we'll throw eggs at you.
Here we go.
My top 5 action strategy games of all time. See, Midwinter, Carrier Command, Mech Warrior 2, Herzog Zoe. If I mispronounce it, oh well. Syndicate. My top 5 RPGs of all time. Dune, Final Fantasy VII, Ultima 4, Phantasy Star, Pathfinder, the D&D clone. Top 5 adventure games of all time. Maniac Mansion, along with Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. The Secret of Monkey Island. Okay, that's a LucasArts game. I like that. Colossal Cave, Guild of Thieves, Broken Sword, and his top 5 strategy games of all time. XCOM, okay. Dune, Warcraft. Which Warcraft? The original Warcraft? Okay. Command and Conquer. Once again, which Command and Conquer? And Total Annihilation. So those were several top 5 lists from Snake.
Wow.
This
Mr. Slowly.
Yeah.
You mentioned Command and Conquer.
Okay, I'm just going
right?
to touch on this real
Oh.
quick. Half of those games I don't even know what they are.
It's Snake.
Yeah, I don't know.
It goes as
Well, the Command
obscure
and
as
Conquer
possible.
Like, I think he's the game he'll probably be referring to in the Command and Conquer series. It's probably the one with Tim Curry in it.
Oh, yeah, that one. In
You know, where it's
space.
like, in space!
Yeah.
I'm going to the one place that is not corrupted by capitalism.
I actually,
Space!
It actually reminds me to one episode of Top Gear when he was like Jeremy Clarkson was interviewing Jay Leno, and Jay Leno is like well known for having like a really big collection of superheroes. So the way you read it is like, yeah, he has this. Second
Yeah.
page, this. Third
Yeah, I
page.
got that feeling as well. Yeah.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
thanks, Snake, once again for your top
Yes.
fives.
Thank you, Mr. Slow. We are a bit rude sometimes, but we do appreciate you and we love you.
Yeah, but in
So,
the future,
thank
when
you.
we say top five something, please limit it to, I don't know, 5, maybe a few honorable mentions. But the final one off Prickast 3 comes from Uzi. Top 5 games of all time. See, he got it right.
Thank you, Wallace.
Yeah, thanks, Wallace. BO2, well, I'm guessing that's Blobs 2, like Black Ops 2.
Yeah, Black
Okay.
Ops 2.
Cool. Simpsons Hit and Run. Hey, that's probably my favorite
Okay.
Simpsons game of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. We got
classic.
Skyrim, of course. Gotta love Skyrim. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get an Elder Scrolls 6. Right, Bethesda, Microsoft? Anyways.
Skyrim for the toaster coming soon.
FIFA 15. I guess that was one of the last really good FIFA games.
Yeah, I think it was actually. It's widely regarded as the last good one.
And Gran Turismo 5.
That's actually not a bad list,
No.
to be honest.
I was
Yeah.
expecting worse. Actually, it's
Uzi
really
is a
good.
younger lad as well, so I mean, he's in like his mid-teens, I think, probably. 14, 15, something like that. And yeah, I was surprised by that list. That was a good list.
Yeah, and thanks again to everybody like Uzi, Snake, along with Kari for your top fives. And thanks, Kari, for the suggestion. Now we're going to move on to our top fives. And I guess I'll go ahead and start. And very similar to Kari, in no particular order, because as a lifelong gamer, it's hard to narrow it down to 5 games, let alone rank them. But I will go over some honorable mentions after I do my 5. Red Dead Redemption 1. Zelda Breath of the Wild. That one's difficult because there's a lot of Zelda games I love, but I'm going to put Zelda Breath of the Wild as my Zelda game. Diablo 2 because I spent tons of hours playing through Diablo 2 back in the day. And I do enjoy Diablo 2 Resurrected. I just don't play it as much, but I mean, it's very good for a remaster remake. Ghost of Tsushima. I had to include Ghost of Tsushima because I absolutely love that game. And I had to throw in a Star Wars game, and this one was tough because there's so many great Star Wars games. There's some bombs and stinkers out there as well. But like Dark Forces was great, KOTOR, as well as the OG Battlefront 2, Empire at War, because I also like a little bit of RTS. Jedi Fallen Order, I'm looking forward to the sequel. Jedi Survivor, hopefully it's good. But I'm going with something a little obscure for my pick. Star Wars TIE Fighter from the 90s in the golden age of LucasArts. It was the X-Wing TIE Fighter series. So TIE Fighter is going to be my choice for my Star Wars game. That's my top 5, but real quick, some honorable mentions, of course. Mafia, Mafia 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Bully, GTA Vice City, San Andreas 4, some Batman Arkham games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Ghostbusters, the video game. So there you go, my top 5, and a few honorable mentions.
That was a very good compendium of games. So
Thank you.
I wish mine was nearly as impressive as that. It really isn't.
Well, you're next, Bubbles.
Well, let's
Thank
find
you
out.
very much,
Come on,
Pumpkin
mate.
Tits.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I have a couple from the Genesis. Well, I have 3 from the Genesis because that was, first console I ever owned. So I have Clay Fighter. Don't know if anyone knows that.
Oh, yeah,
Rock
Clay
and Roll
Fighter was
Racing.
awesome.
Clay Fighter,
Yeah, dude.
brilliant.
Rock and Roll Racing as well, and Kid Chameleon. That's from the Genesis. Then from the PlayStation, I've got GTA Vice City, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the original one.
Nice.
And then a couple of random mentions would be Driver 2, which was brilliant, GoldenEye from the N64, Half-Life.
GoldenEye, yes.
Yeah, Half-Life, and Star Fox 64.
Yeah, I
So,
love Star
that's-
Fox.
That's
Do a
my
barrel
collection
roll.
there. Do a barrel roll. It's brilliant, dude. So, I mean, it's 10 games, but those are 10 games that I honestly have, I put a lot of thought into it because they're games that have in some way influenced my taste in games in general. There isn't anything there that is less than 10 years old. Everything there is pretty old in general. So I think that speaks a lot about my list. I don't really enjoy any games these days, I got to be honest. But yeah, that's my list of 5 and 5 random honorable mentions. Who's next?
Well,
I
go
guess
ahead,
I can.
King.
Yeah, because Mike mentioned about there are some games that came out in recent years haven't been best. I can agree with him to an extent, and that's where I segue to my list. For my favorite game of all time, I know for the longest time I've had a difficulty doing this, like choosing if this is my favorite or not. But I'm a man of my word, and I feel like this game, it's earned its crown for me, and that's Marvel's Spider-Man. I don't care what anyone says. That game is a fucking masterpiece in every sense of the word. So other games I really like. GTA 4. That's a really good GTA. It wasn't the first GTA I played, but I think it was the first one that actually got me interested in its story. Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I think that was the first time I actually grew attached to a character. John Marston, phenomenal character, phenomenal in every sense of the word. Payday the Heist. It's an old game. I mean, it's more of like kind of like Left 4 Dead, start game. Where you got a team of 4 and you do this and that. But it's fun because it kind of gives you those proper vibes from like Heat, or like stealth films and all that. It's a good game. You get to be a robber, and it's pretty fun. Plus, there's a British guy, so it's a good game automatically.
Yay.
And I think my final game on that list would probably be Minecraft. I know, generic choice, but I mean Minecraft is kind of fun. I like just wandering around, and then you stop in and you just admire the view that you've the world that you've created, or even the world that's just there. Is it blocky textures? Yeah, but I mean simplistic or can sometimes work in my opinion. But yeah, those are my list. Some honorable mentions I can think of are some of the older CODs, like Black Ops 2, the original Modern Warfares, and I think World at War is another good one as well. Payday 2 is another good one I can think of. Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, and parts of GTA Online. I know that game's a bit of a cesspool, but if you get rid of the rodents that reside on those games, on that game at least,
which will never happen.
Yeah, but if you get rid of them, there's somewhere, somehow there is a good game in there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'd say probably finally Fortnite. Just for the funny moments that we've had. So yeah, that's my.
I like that list. That's a good list, actually.
Thank you.
I was waiting for someone to include Fortnite, and I was going to yell at them for doing it, but because you put it in your honorable mentions,
there's one more thing I forgot. This will kind of make you a little bit more happy, Mike, if you want.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's a fucking good game.
It is a cracking game.
Absolutely.
I didn't think it was going to go well with Knuckles, to be honest. I wasn't excited about having Knuckles involved in the game, but it actually went quite well.
I know, right?
Even though it's very.
And don't forget, 8-bit, well, not 16-bit Michael Jackson music. That's all I have to say. 16-bit. But yeah, that's my list and all my honorable mentions. So yeah, there we go.
In my case, well, that would be. I'm just gonna say we are in order. I will put True Crime and Streets of New York.
Nice.
Driver Parallel Lines. Also, I will put Burnout Revenge. That's the best Burnout you can get.
Yes.
Gran Turismo 4, basically the best game on the PlayStation 2, in my case, is handcraft racing game. And for last, I will put kind of a controversial one, and it's gonna be Most Wanted 2012. I know that game is like fucking Antichrist for many people because it's not 2005. But I love what I like of that game is the soundtrack, and the whole ambientation of Fair Haven City is absolutely gorgeous, and that's why I put it right there.
I think that's a cracking list, Red. I only have one problem with it, is that I didn't think Parallel Lines was good, but I didn't think it was as good as the previous Driver. So, yeah.
The previous Driver was Driver 3. What do you expect?
Yeah, no, I get it. And you know what? I was totally. What was it? Wait, what was the first one you said? You said
True Crime and Streets of New York.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say LA because I thought Nick Kang was a better character in True Crime Streets of LA. But I like both those games. I think the combat mechanics are brilliant. and the destruction of the environment is brilliant too. It was quite a groundbreaking game.
What I like more of New York is, the character for me, Marcus, is better for me. And basically the whole New York is really cool. The whole map. Also, the story. The story is so fucking good in the streets of New York.
I'm gonna have to go back and play that. It's been a long time. I'm gonna have to give it another go because it was such a great set of games. Both of them were brilliant.
I agree. So how about you, Yuji?
Yeah, well, my one's going to be, I wouldn't say unorthodox, but these are games that I personally like. My top 5. The first one's going to be Silent Hill 2 because I just love that game. Unlike Resident Evil, where it was all jump scares, the Silent Hill franchise was just more of a shit yourself kind of nerve kind of horror games, which I like. Another one, Red Dead Redemption 1, for reasons everyone knows why. Final Fantasy VIII because that was the game that got me into RPGs in the first place. Second would be The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt because the day that I actually got that, I played that for 17 hours straight. Please don't judge me. And coming in at number 1, this is probably going to come as no surprise to anyone, but it's Persona 5 The Royal. And my honorable mentions are Uncharted 2, Bloodborne, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, yes, Sonic 2!
Yeah, that's a good pick as well. I mean, I know it's not Sonic 3. I mean, I personally think Sonic 3 is better, but Sonic 2 is pretty fucking good as well. I don't like the special stages though, but I love like the game. And not only that, the fake robot.
Dude, the music.
That is a good boss.
How do you not get hyped up when you hear that music?
I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I prefer Blue Spear. I prefer the. I prefer that. Feels more.
Mike, I just came up with an idea.
What?
When we meet Kate at the airport, just play that song really loud.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna literally get it on the phone and be like,
I'm just gonna fucking lag it towards y'all.
oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but that's mine anyway.
Brilliant list.
Okay, so
I think, what? I think we all came up with good lists.
Yeah.
Sorry, GB.
Yeah, they were really good lists. I agree with you, Mike. And I did forget one person. He didn't have a top 3. I think he only came up with 2. Dark Matter Wolf, I was just double checking in the comments section. He said his favorites, Assassin's Creed and Donkey Kong. He didn't specify which Assassin's Creed or Donkey Kong. But, okay, well, there you go. That's most people's top lists of favorite video games. And the truth is, I'm sure we could go on and on adding games that we didn't include because there's just so many awesome games out there. And to be fair, since Sonic got a lot of love, I'll throw in some Super Mario Brothers 3 along with Super Mario World and Super Mario Brothers 64.
Mario,
a little love.
Oh my god, Mario 64. Holy shit, dude. Oh.
What about Mario Sunshine? That's a
Mario Sunshine was all right.
Luigi's Mansion was all right.
I like the score.
Yeah.
And a little fun fact that now I think who mentioned Luigi's Mansion?
That was me.
A little fun fact about that game: the intro cutscene actually runs at 60 frames per second, and then after that it dips back below the 30.
Wow,
So,
it does.
Little fun fact.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
that's a little fun fact, and that's a GameCube game.
Wow.
Try Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch.
Oh.
Well, I think it's time to move on to the Prickmail. And thank you once again to people that submitted anything for the Prickmail. I will let Mike have the floor.
Oh, God, I didn't have him in front of me. Sorry. Give me a second.
What a surprise.
All right. Whereabouts am I going from?
It's your Discord.
Yeah, but I never pay attention to it. These idiots write whatever, and I don't listen. Oh, they're gonna hear that.
I have it opened. Do you want me to do it instead?
We all have it
Go for it,
open.
Red. You're technically the host.
Yeah, you go for it, Red. I'm
Red,
woefully underprepared.
Yeah, Red, you're up.
You're up, buddy.
Since we have the gaming Jew man kind of they're just having issues as
I don't know
usual.
what I'm doing.
So UC comes by Jesus Christ. UC comes with rank the franchises in order. Infinity War, EA, Treyarch, 2K, Sledgehammer Games. I don't know.
Oh, so I see what he's saying. He's saying rank the companies in order. So Infinity Ward, EA, Treyarch, 2K, and Sledgehammer Games. Can I go ahead and just say that the very top, he's got that right. Infinity Ward should be number one there. Because EA sucks, Treyarch sucks, 2K sucks, and Sledgehammer sucks. So Infinity Ward, take the other four away. That's a perfect franchise order.
Agreed.
There you go.
I think Treyarch made some good Spider-Man games back in the day. Like Webs of Shadow was a really good one because obviously they tapped into the inner dark side of Spider-Man when he rebonded with the symbiote, and they had alternate
Still a
endings
good
in that game.
But I don't think that's their legacy, though, is it? Do you know what
Oh,
I mean?
I know.
If we're going off what
Their legacy is like World at War.
It's ruining Call of Duty
Black Ops
games.
1.
That's their legacy.
I mean, I don't know. World at War had a good story mode, had a good campaign. You know.
We may have to agree to disagree on. I'm a Modern Warfare dude, you know? I can't do Black Ops.
But I
and
think
Cold
the
War.
one
It's
thing we
rubbish.
can definitely agree on is fuck Sledgehammer Games.
Yep,
You know,
100%.
they are the worst developers that have ever fucking been, sent out into this world.
Ooh, I don't know. They're
In
on a
my
tie with
opinion.
Grove Games, in my opinion. They're
No,
on a tie
I think
with
when
them.
it comes to a Call of Duty developer, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all they care about is the message. That's all they care about. They care about throwing in politics for no reason. They care about throwing in, pandering messages. They're like, oh, do this and that. And the worst thing is, they do it in Vanguard especially. They're doing it in a fucking World War II game. And they're too afraid as well to have the word fucking Nazis or Axis in there. Just because, oh, it might offend someone. We can't offend anyone in this modern day world. Shut the fuck up, you vegetable. Just put it in there. I don't care.
Snowflake
Like,
games.
in 2008, when people were playing like World at War, no one gave a shit if they were playing the Red Army or the Watermark, right? No one gave a shit. I don't think
No.
most people I know nowadays would give a shit right now if they were playing as the Red Army or the Watermark. You know?
I think you're right, mate. I think it's too much pandering. And I got to tell you, as a Jewish man myself, there was nothing I liked more in the old Call of Duty games and the Medal of Honor games. Going in there and blowing the heads off nuts. It was marvelous. It was like revenge,
Same.
but not real. Yeah, it was marvelous. I really enjoyed it. So fuck Sledgehammer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you can just buy Wolfenstein and there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like I'm just contributing to somebody's pockets who might secretly be a Nazi.
Okay. I will say, like, you can. I want to just contribute in that part. Like, it's like you can actually deliver a good message on a game, but like not doing it poorly. But
Yeah,
actually,
don't
The
shove it
problem
in
is
people's
when you
faces.
shove it down people's faces. Most
Yeah.
people don't pick up
Yeah.
games for those messages. They pick it up to have a good time with the homies, you know?
That's it.
you
That's
can
why
do,
I play
you,
games.
well, you can do it as a Spec Ops: The Line. They delivered a really strong message about PTSD after the war. It's like
Yeah, something like
one
that.
of the
That's good.
that's one of the
you know?
best games when it comes to a story, is because of how it's basically the game is designed to psychologically tear you apart. It's not like Elden Ring or something like that. The game, the whole story is purely designed to, without any sugarcoating, like modern Call of Duties do, and even old ones. They's basically giving you a cold vision of how war is and how can basically destroy your mind and the individual on it. And that's kind of one of the games I really love, and I didn't mention on that, is of that story of how that crude messages, and since you touched on that, like, you can deliver those messages and you can bring those those hot topics here and there, but you need to really know exactly how to deliver them, or you can just go crude on just go full in, no look like Spec Ops, or you just can go like in a really shitty way like Sledgehammer does. But I know they don't work that way, and I think games like Spec Ops, they don't gonna come back anytime soon unless like someone changes, like the whole society changes its mind. But it is what it is. But in that list, I need to. I know you're gonna hate me for this, but I need to put EA on that, just because they had Need for Speed. Sorry.
Yeah,
I know
I'd
the
say
other
EA
ones.
and Sledgehammer. I'd say they're basically both bad.
No, I
I
put
hate
EA
EA.
as number. I put EA as not rank number one in because well, they have a lot of good IPs. Yeah, they are shitty.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are shitty, and now they're finding their a new someone that buy them out. I heard Disney and fucking Amazon are the dogs, but yeah, EA is shit. I get it, and everyone is. I agree with you and all that. But there are so many good IPs on that one.
And there's some good studios that are under
Yeah.
under EA, like Respawn. So I think it's unfair to like throw everyone out that happens to be under the EA umbrella, like Red was talking about. So yeah, I think that there's some bad studios that are part of EA, but then there's also some pretty good ones as well.
And
Yeah,
EA,
I think we'll agree to disagree with that.
And EA originals, EA is shit. I get it again, but they really help out indie developers. They're really good EA original games out there. They don't have like the spotlights of Battlefields and all that. Like on Rainbow, that's an EA original, and it's really good.
I mean, there's one thing that really pissed me off regarding EA, and that's one thing that like GB earlier mentioned about, in his games, like the original Battlefront 2. That is a phenomenal game. And yes, although Battlefront 2 got better over time from, EA's version of it, I don't think anyone can really forgive them for the launch. The launch that game was, put in is unforgivable, similar to 2042,
For the 10
At least
people that
DICE
still
turned
play.
it around with Battlefront
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. I think 2042 is a fucking rotten corpse now.
Pretty much.
It pretty much is.
Like the
Yeah,
flesh
that game
is just falling off, and it's about to go to bones.
And don't get us started on EA Sports.
Oh no,
God.
no.
Yeah, they lost the license.
EA
for that
Sports,
game
give me your
now.
wallet.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
that's Sports. Yeah, that's a huge topic for another fucking podcast. So I need to dedicate an hour to shit on EA Sports, please.
There we go.
So Elax, and we're gonna later on.
We basically just went over Elax's question though, but you
Yeah.
can
Oh
read it if
yeah,
you want.
the next
Yeah,
card.
we already talked about it.
Yeah, about COD. Yeah. So Schneikers goes with, what is your favorite science fiction game?
And
So-
once again, Snake, you can cherry pick through our top fives and pick out our favorite sci-fi game, because I think each of us mentioned at least one sci-fi game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be fair.
So go and
though.
swivel, Mr. Slow.
I remember when I remember a while ago when I was doing a Q&A a few years back. I did a joke response to someone's question about anime for some reason, and fucking Snake of all people was the only person in the comment section that fucking digested that question. He was like, "You didn't actually answer the question. You put Thomas the Tank Engine in there. It is not an anime. Thomas is not an anime." Well, no shit, Thomas the Tank Engine's not a fucking anime. It's a joke, you fool.
It's not a train with giant tits, Snake.
Yeah, and we said
Exactly.
top 5, not top 20.
Yeah, what I will say on the Q&A, Kane, I will say, my favorite anime is the hentai section of X videos, and that's it. There you go.
Oh,
That's
hell.
it. Question
Yeah,
answered. There you go.
Nah,
Question
I'm
answered.
more of a hub to personally.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. For tastes goes everywhere, but
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Science fiction game on my end, I will say No Man's Sky. Well, it's a good game. It's a little
gotten
boring.
better, yeah.
But it is a nice game. Again, it's a little boring, but it's a good game. I like it.
Yeah, I'll just say something Star Wars. I made a few Star Wars references, so one of those was awesome. And there's a lot of other great sci-fi games out there.
And that's pretty much it when it comes to the Prickmail. I hope next time the gaming you has the page open. That would be nice. So yeah.
Fuck you.
And once again, thanks to everybody that submitted your top 5, including Snake. And your questions for the next Prickmail, leave them below in the comment section of the Prickcast, this one, Prickcast 4, or over in Mike's Discord in the Prickmail room. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
If he reads them, of course.
I mean, I'm not going to get bogged down. It's fine.
I guess the only thing we can do now is just plug everybody's channels, wrap up, and who wants to go first?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. Not me.
You go.
Fuck! Fine. I haven't done anything on my channel in like 2 weeks because I've done many things, but I will be back on Monday. I'll be streaming probably GTA. I'm going to do a race playlist. And you know what? I might just go and revisit Vice City just for the sake of paying tribute to the great Ray Liotta. So
You should.
I think that would be brilliant.
That's
I might do it with
actually
Pedestrians Riot mode on again.
Oh hell yes, yeah, I need to check that shit out, dude. I love the fucking chaos mode.
It's so annoying, dude. I mean, it's like before, obviously, everything came out on PC and you could do chaos modes and randomizers and stuff. All you had was Pedestrians Riot. So I'm going to use Pedestrians Riot and see if I can complete Vice City.
Pedestrians Riot is the poor choice for because we don't have chaos mod or high end computers to run that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nick, maybe if I pick the definitive edition, I was kind of tempted to say San Andreas broken on with fucking Pets Riot. Yeah, that's
dude.
But I need to pick the copy and also can you get back and see.
Well, I'm going to do Vice City with Pedestrians Riot, the definitive edition, and you can do San Andreas definitive edition with Peds Riot on, and we'll alternate them. So I'll do it one day, and then you can do your San Andreas the next day, and people can follow the chaos from both games on both of our channels.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's me. The gaming Jew. Yep, I'm boring. There you go.
Okay. So, well, since I'm talking, my channel is the same as you. I just stopped for I think a week because I was kind of burned out. And also because my cats are still growing up and they need a lot of attention. It's not because they are sick. It's because they're kind of annoying. And they don't let me do things. So I'm just waiting to get them more to grow a little, and later on I just continue my normal schedule. I was thinking of getting back the reaction streams. I know reaction is killing YouTube, I get it, but I don't do it all the time, right? I just want to laugh at people because it's funny, and maybe I will see some of that Elden Ring drama that I absolutely enjoy. It's so fun. But yeah, maybe I will just do it in the far future. I don't know when I'm gonna restart. Maybe it's basically on when I want it. So that's pretty much it when it comes to me. So go ahead, Kane.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
why are none of us on the ball today? Seriously.
Hey man, I was zoning out, but I'm back. But I make videos and streams. I mean, at the moment I'm doing Resi 8. I was supposed to do it after I get back from Heathrow, but I'm like, you know what? I've got pretty much most of the content I've done, before I go to Heathrow, out of the way and uploaded. So I thought I might as well just do it now, get it over and done with, and then figure out what happens after I get back. But yeah, I'm doing that at the moment. I'm still going to do the cesspool that is GTA 5 online, just so, I can do the update and just say, hey, this update's wank. Bye-bye. And then, what else? I think I might do another Son of the Arrival stream soon, just to get the game done on hardcore. Because I've done it on every other difficulty so far. I want to try and do it on hardcore again. Well, not hardcore again, but I want to try and do it just so I can say, hey, I did it on all the difficulties, and all I got was people bullying me in the chat just because I get scared of a big tall boy, But, yeah. And Fortnite, I might do some streams on that. I'm not sure. I mean, I might stream to the end event that'll be coming up soon, because I think there's going to be an event to end Season 2, so I might do that. I might stream that. And Evil Dead streams, those are definitely coming soon. As soon as I get more people to play with. So, Mr. BG and Jew Gaming, you guys should definitely consider getting the game, so we can all be Bruce Campbell and just say groovy every 4 seconds and annoy everyone in the lobby.
Literally the 3 biggest chins ever running around is going to be Mark.
Exactly. And that's why it's going to be awesome.
In that case, that's it all. So let's continue with GB. What's your plan for your channel?
At the moment, I am covering a lot of different things, whether it's GTA, Red Dead, Mafia, anything else I feel like making a video about. Like I did a Top Gun expansion video for Flight Sim the other day, talking about Hangar 13 last week. So I go all over the place. You know, also do ideas, thoughts, rant videos where I climb up on Mount Soapbox about this or that. I also like to stream on the weekend. Been streaming some Zelda, some Red Dead Online Poker again, as well as Red Dead Redemption multiplayer. So I'm just doing a variety of stuff on the main channel. Plus, I'm putting some non-gaming stuff on my GB Fang channel as well. And our vlogs channel with Riley and me, once a month, we post a nice long vlog where we fly around in Flight Sim, talk about things that happened throughout the month in our lives, things we did, etc. So those are my channels. Anyways, Yuji, what's going on over on your channel?
Absolutely nothing. And
I would say that.
I knew he was going to say, yeah, I knew that was coming. It was perfect.
Oh, Lord.
No, because at the minute I'm trying to get ready to head over to the Gaming Jew's wedding. Nothing will go wrong. I keep telling myself that. But I seriously just at the moment, I don't know really what to do with my channel at the moment. I know GTA and Red Dead brings in the views, but there's no point in me streaming it if I don't enjoy it. But probably when I come back from the wedding, maybe if I haven't beaten that bitch in Elden Ring by then, I might stream it so everyone could laugh at my suffering.
Jesus Christ, is streaming Elden Ring? Damn, dude.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, don't worry, UG. I mean, regarding content, I think you, me, and Mike, and obviously Slowly, I think we'll have enough content between us four as soon as we get back, to where we, to where we all live and all that, and we can upload our videos, the IRL challenges, and obviously Michael will upload his, wedding and all that, and it's gonna be a fun time. I think it'll be a fun time.
Yeah, be a grand old time.
But before we close, Fortnite stream when?
Okay, all right. So I'm thinking Wednesday next week then, if you guys are down.
Okay. That sounds like
We can do Wednesday, Tuesday. I don't care. Whatever day you want to do. Well, let's drop in again and do it.
I want to do it on Tuesday, just so I can say see you next Tuesday.
That's perfect. Seeing as most of the people that play that game are see you next Tuesdays, but we won't get bogged down by that, will we?
Well,
I'm very excited.
Yeah. So who's gonna close?
Mike.
Oh,
Mike,
come on!
Go
Dude, I couldn't even... All right, so I've been given the arduous task of closing the Prickcast today, considering I couldn't even open Discord and read out your questions, so this is going to go swimmingly, isn't it? Thank you to everybody that has listened today. I really do appreciate it, and do not forget, check out all of our respective channels, GB, It's Kane, UG Outlaw, Red the 8-Bit Dinosaur, and of course me, Mike, the Gaming Jew. And I suppose I'll leave you with one final quote or thought from the great Ray Liotta as he played Tommy Vercetti in Vice City, and that is, I did your wife, you poor bastard. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
You stupid pricks!